Hey, what's up, guys? It's Fulky here. I just want to give a shout out to Boogie Bentley, Dauber, and the Indie Kid over at the Talkin VAWLS Network on YouTube. Keep doing your thing, guys. Go VAWLS.
Good Wednesday morning. My name's Indie Kid. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. I'm going to recap the Tennessee Vanderbilt game from last night in Nashville. Tennessee goes down to Nashville, gets a much needed 68-60 win to extend their dominance over Vanderbilt, 11 out of 12. Jerry Stackhouse 0-5 against Tennessee as Vanderbilt's coach. And, it may not be the sexiest of wins, but this is a better Vanderbilt team than Tennessee's seen, I think, in the last couple of years. It was a scrappy game. It was a gritty game. Got chippy. Hats off to these guys for stepping up and win. Now, was it pretty? Was it beautiful? No. The only thing that was pretty was the scoreboard at the end, that Tennessee was up 68-60 to end it, and they went on an 8-0 run to end it. But otherwise, it was another rough game offensively. Defense was better. But before I get into all that, kind of brief cap of what's to come, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, if you're enjoying the content we're putting out. Content's rolling out daily. Football, trying to roll some basketball stuff out as well. Try to bring some more stuff for the weekend against LSU also. But Tennessee switched it up a little bit last night to start. Euros gets the start last night, and he come through for Tennessee. He did some good things, and hats off to him and Vescovy last night. Vanderbilt was trying to throw some cheapies throughout the game, and these guys didn't back down. And hats off to them. I think Vanderbilt fired Tennessee up by doing that. Because I feel there's a lot of times where I don't feel this Tennessee team looks like they have fire, but I think Vanderbilt put a little fire in them last night with some of these little cheap elbows and little cheap shots they were throwing throughout the night. As I know Kennedy Chandler got hit with an elbow. Vescovy got it a couple times, ended up in shoving matches, or just I think it was him and Pippen before the end of the first half. So, Vanderbilt wanted to play that game. It didn't pay off for them. And again, Tennessee, the offense wasn't beautiful. There was nothing beautiful about last night. Shooting percentages by half and by game first half, Tennessee was 36.7% from field goal, 26.7% from three-point range. I'll get into free throws in a minute. This was probably the big one. In the second half, they were even worse offensively. 8 out of 26 from field goal range, 30.8%, and 1 of 8 from three-point range. But where they were big last night, 25 out of 29 from the free throw line, 86.2%. That's a drastic change from where this team has been the last, 4 or 5 games. Free throw percentages, I think, saw coming in out of the last 5 games was under 60%. So they had right at a 30% increase this game. That was big. That was the difference in this game for Tennessee. I really believe that. Looking at for the game, field goal percentage 33.9%, three-point percentage 21.7%. You're not beating many teams on many nights. Their defense and their free throw percentage won that game last night. And looking at the point totals, Conway a little better last night, 7-7. He was a +7 for the night. Euros, 13 points, 7 rebounds. His plus-minus was 5 on the night. Kennedy Chandler, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists as well. He was, but he had 5 turnovers again, but he did have 5 steals as well. Some of these turnovers, and I've seen some guys alluding to this in comments on other videos talking about the dribbling in. There were numerous times where he dribbled in. I felt he had shots and he just dribbled around too much. I don't know I don't know what's going on there. If it's fear of not getting the layup, trying to draw contact. I feel there's numerous times on layups they go in trying to draw contact and it's not there, and they miss these layups. But that dribbling around, and I've never seen a team with so much trying to throw corner to corner across the court like these guys do. That is a very low percentage pass. Very tough, number one, if you're trying to throw it high, you don't hit the goal. Number two, and they did it once. I think it was Vescovy threw it across court to Powell, and it hit the out of bounds line on the way across. That's just not a safe pass. Sometimes it works, but most of the time, that is not ideal. And just look back at turnovers. Tennessee had 14 turnovers. They also had 14 steals last night, and they created 21 turnovers. So they were in the plus minus in that category. Vescovy had his 14 points. He's on average last night. No assists, 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 steal. He was plus 6 on the night. Josiah Jordan-James only played 4 minutes, hit his head, did not return. Hopefully nothing concussion-wise or anything like that. Nothing was speculated on that. Brandon Huntley-Hatfield, 13 minutes, not much last night, 0 of 2. 1 rebound, no points. I did feel Barnes gave him a little bit longer leash, especially in the first half. I still feel strongly that this guy is a big part of this team turning it around down the line. If they're able to turn it around, that's going to be the key. If they're able to, he's a big part of that. John Fulkerson last night, 2.6 rebounds, but for the night on it, his plus minus, he was 12 for the night, highest in the game. 2 blocks, 1 steal. I felt he had some energy. Was his offensive game big? No, it wasn't. He had 4 fouls, so a lot of this team was in foul trouble last night with Fulkerson, Vescovy, Chandler, Kamwa, and Huntley Hatfield had 3 as well. But I think Fulkerson had a lot of good contributions last night. He doesn't have to be the Arizona Fulkerson. He needs to come in and provide positive minutes, and he did that last night. Justin Powell, he played right at 29 minutes, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was plus 2 for the night. Zakai Ziegler, 11 points, and all 11 came from the free throw line. 11 out of 12 from the free throw line, 0 of 8 from field goal, 0 of 3. 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He was a plus 8 for the night with his minutes. So didn't shoot well, but did a lot of good things. 4 steals, really caused some problems there. Victor Bailey, 2 minutes. He was plus 2 in his 2 minutes. Jemai Meshack minus 2 in 6 minutes and 47 seconds. So that's that plus minus. That's just their positive versus negative, more or less. I guess what they did, I guess it's kind of like war in baseball. It's kind of your plus minus on that. But I think Euro's got the start. I know people kind of scratch their head, but the guy's earned it. I'd say he's earned it. He's doing things. He come up big last night with 13 points and 7 rebounds. Again, it's a good win because there would have been some there would have been some hurt feelings losing to Vanderbilt and Ashland. You need to win that game. Tennessee's a better team than Vandy. They did it. They gritted it out. Now Saturday you've got number 13 LSU coming to town. It's going to be a whole different ball game. They're going to have to bring it more than they did last night. Can't shoot 21.7 from 3-point and 33.9 for the game and expect to win that game. Defense is going to have to be better against LSU than it was in Baton Rouge. But at some point, hopefully it's offense. Something clicks. Still not clicking. Still not working. You're going to get what you get out of Vescovy. I think you're going to get what you get out of Chandler. Other than that, though, it's just who knows from game to game. And I still maintain it. Vescovy right now is the best player on this team. Doesn't mean he's the most talented. He is easily your go-to and your main guy. Again, He steps up. He's the guy that wants it. And I know his fingers were taped last night, so hopefully nothing there. It's something that's ready to go by Sunday. Or I'm sorry, by Saturday. But just go wrap this thing up. Guys, again, Tennessee 68-60. Closed the game on an 8-0 run when it was tied at 60 with about a minute left. Sometimes you got to grit them out because this would have looked bad on the resume. Tennessee goes to 12-5 overall, 3-3 in conference. And you got a tough slate coming up, LSU, Florida, Texas, and so on. But Dauber and I will be live after the game Saturday. Hopefully a little more positive than it's been lately. But again, smash that like button, hit subscribe, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your Wednesday. My name's the Indy Kid. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. It's our state. Go Big Orange.